everybody. I'm really excited to share this book with you today. It's called Wangari's Trees of Peace. And it's a book about this lady named Wangari Maathai who lived in Africa. And it's a true story from Africa. She discovered this problem that she was uncomfortable with from the country where she grew up. And she wanted to do something about it. So in honor of Martin Luther King Day, which is coming up pretty soon, or maybe just past, this book really fits with this time of year and thinking about how we can help solve problems that we don't feel like are okay. What can we do about it? So this is Wangari, and we'll get started. This book's written by Janette Winter. Wangari lives under an umbrella of green trees in the shadow of Mount Kenya in Africa. She watches the birds in the forest where she and her mother go to gather firewood for cooking. She loves the birds. And she helps harvest the sweet potatoes, sugarcane, and maize from the rich soil. Wangari shines in school, and when she grows tall, like the trees in the forest, she wins a scholarship to study in America. And so that means she took this boat from Africa way over to America to go to college. Six years later, her studies over, Wangari returns to her Kenya home and sees a change. What has happened, she wonders. Where are the trees? Wangari sees women bent from hauling firewood miles and miles from home. She sees barren land where no crops grow. And where are the birds? See how bent over they are? They have to carry the firewood so far. Thousands of trees have been cut down to make room for buildings, but no one has planted new trees to take their place. Will all of Kenya become a desert, she wonders as her tears fall? Wangari thinks about the barren land. I can begin to replace some of the lost trees here in my own backyard, one tree at a time. She starts by planting 9 seedlings. Watching the seedlings take root gives Wangari the idea to plant more, to start a farm for baby trees, a nursery. In an open space, she plants row after row of the tiny trees. Next, Wangari convinces the village women that planting trees is a good thing. She gives each one a seedling. Our lives will be better when we have trees again. You'll see. We are planting the seeds of hope. The women spread out over their village, planting tiny trees in long rows, like a green belt stretching over the land. The government men laugh. Women can't do this, they say. It takes trained foresters to plant trees. The women ignore their laughter and keep planting. Wangari pays them a small amount for each seedling still living after 3 months, their first earnings ever. First money these women ever earned. Word travels like wind rustling through leaves about the green returning to Wangari's village. Soon, other women in other villages and towns and cities in Kenya are planting long rows of seedlings too. They heard about it and wanted to help. But the cutting continues. See, look at the color difference. See this bright color as they're planting the trees? The bright green in the background here? And then, but the cutting continues. See how the page got darker? The illustrator did that on purpose to make you feel like worried. But the cutting continues. Wangari stands tall as an oak to protect the old trees still remaining. We need a park more than we need an office tower. She stood up to them. But, skipped a page. The government men disagree. Wangari blocks their way, so they hit her with clubs. They call her a troublemaker and put her in jail. And still she stands tall. Right is right, even if you're alone. But Wangari is not alone. Talk of the trees spreads over all of Africa like ripples in Lake Victoria. More women hear the talk and plant even more seedlings in longer and longer rows. The seedlings take root and grow tall until there are over 30 million trees where there were none. Look at the color change. See the bright color again? The umbrella of green in Kenya returns. Women walk tall, their backs straight, for now they can gather firewood closer to home. The land is no longer barren. Sweet potatoes, sugarcane, and maize grow again in the rich red earth. The whole world hears of Wangari's trees and of her army of women who planted them. And if you were to climb to the very top of Mount Kenya today, you would see the millions of trees growing below you, and the green Wangari brought back to Africa. The end. Now, this part of the book tells a little bit more about Wangari and the award that she won for this work, and a little bit more about her life. If you want to learn more about her, I'm sure you can look her up online and hear directly from her the kind of work that she did to help return the green to Africa. I hope you liked this book. I hope that you were inspired by Wangari to do something great today. And we'll see you next time.